It turns out that we move through a series of developmental stages on the way to awakening. You can learn more about these stages in my other videos. Today, we're going to talk about how prior to entering the transcendent stages, it appears to us that happiness is found in the content of our experience. For example, we might desire a job, an achievement, a relationship, money, or numerous other experiences because we think they will bring us happiness. We may even look for well-being in subtler experiences like meditation, love, knowledge, purpose, belonging, or peace. Experiences seem to generate happiness because we are identified with them. In other words, we feel like we are these experiences. For example, if someone compliments our appearance, we feel good because we believe we are our physical self. If someone we like asks us on a date, we feel good because we believe we are our social self. If we get an award, we feel good because we believe we are our achiever self. If someone agrees with our opinion, we feel good because we believe we are our mental self. These experiences increase our happiness temporarily by strengthening our sense of self or our self-concept. Unfortunately, all experiences are temporary, so no experience can ever result in permanent, unshakable well-being. The same thing is true for ill-being. For example, if someone makes fun of our weight, we feel hurt because we believe someone has just attacked our physical self. If someone rejects us, we feel hurt because we believe someone has just attacked our social self. If we fail to get the job we wanted, we feel hurt because we feel an attack on our achiever self. And if someone disagrees with our opinion, we feel bad because we believe someone has just attacked our mental self. These experiences decrease our well-being temporarily by weakening our self-concept. But again, all experiences are temporary, so no experience can ever result in permanent ill-being. Strengthening the self-concept at different stages. In each stage, we are most focused on strengthening a different aspect of the self-concept. Here are the aspects of self-concept that we are most focused on at each developmental stage. At red stage, we're focused on the physical self. In orange stage, we're most focused on the social self. In yellow stage, we're most focused on the agentic self. In green stage, we're most focused on the achiever self. In teal stage, we're most focused on the mental self. In blue stage, we're most focused on the contextual self. In indigo stage, we begin disidentifying from the self-concept. And in violet stage, we are disidentified with the self-concept. How does identification work? Remember, our experiences seem to generate happiness because we are identified with them. To better understand the identification process, let's use a metaphor. If you observe carefully, you will notice that awareness is in the background of all your experiences. Observing or witnessing them, almost like it's looking through you like a camera. So think of yourself like you are a camera. Awareness is looking through you at the world. It zooms in and out. It focuses on things, but it can't see the entire world. It only sees what can be viewed through you, the camera. In a way, a camera holds experiences inside of it. For example, if a camera is pointed at a flower, that flower appears to be an image on the lens. It appears to be part of the camera at that moment. And if a photo is taken, that image stays inside the camera on the film or memory card and remains a part of the camera. The same is true for you. Awareness looks through you. If awareness is looking at an emotion, you feel like the emotion is part of you. It feels like the emotion is you because it's right there on your lens. And if awareness snaps a photo, that emotion is captured in your memory and remains a part of you. Stages of awareness. Let's continue exploring this metaphor to understand what happens when we move through the stages. Red and orange stages. In earlier stages, we are all the way zoomed in. Because we are zoomed in, we can only see a small fraction of our world, what's immediately in front of us. At first, we can only see our body, and then we begin to see our closest social relationships. This is what we think we are, and so this is what has the biggest impact on our happiness. Yellow and green stages. As we move into the conventional stages, yellow and green stage, awareness zooms out a bit, and we have the potential to see more of the world. We might see how we're interacting with the world around us, how we can affect the world, and how we can create positive outcomes for ourselves. This is what we think we are, and so this is what has the biggest impact on our happiness. Teal and blue stages. If we move into the post-conventional stages, that is, teal and blue stages, awareness zooms out even more, and we have the potential to see the context in which our world operates. We might see how thoughts, perspectives, and beliefs emerge in a particular society or a particular situation. We now think we are our mind, so this is what has the biggest impact on our happiness. By the very end of the post-conventional stages, awareness has zoomed out as much as the camera allows. Awareness wants to zoom out more, but this is as far as the camera goes. We've fully explored our reality using the camera, or in other words, using our self-concept. Indigo stage, or the awakening stage. Eventually, if we move into indigo stage, we begin to expand beyond the camera, or beyond our self-concept. At the beginning of this stage, we are still identified with concepts. And so concepts tend to have the biggest impact on our happiness. As we slowly disidentify with each concept, we begin to identify more and more with the awareness that is looking through the camera. This takes time and the willingness to fully observe everything that comes across our camera lens. One at a time, we see that each experience is a concept, and we disidentify with it. Although we're still partially identified with the self-concept, everything that once seemed like the self starts to look like an image on a lens. And everything that once threatened our self seems kind of silly. It's just what we're looking at. It's not who we are. Violet and white stages. Once we have disidentified with all the aspects of the self-concept, our happiness is no longer reliant on the content of experience. We're free. Because experiences no longer have the power to pull us back into identification, we rest in the peaceful, impartial background of awareness, and our happiness starts to become unshakable. As you can now see, awareness zooms out a little bit at a time, allowing us to see more and more of reality. And as we're zooming out, the content of experience that we are most identified with changes. If our goal is to maintain our happiness and well-being while we're moving towards the stage of awakening and liberation, we need to learn and use different psychological skills in each stage. These skills help us navigate the unique challenges associated with each stage. Here is a quick overview of the psychological skills that we most need to develop at each stage. In red stage, we need skills related to the 5 senses. In orange stage, we need skills related to social experiences. In yellow stage, we need skills related to behaviors and agency. In green stage, we need skills related to emotions and outcomes. In teal stage, we need skills related to thoughts and perspectives. In blue stage, we need skills related to beliefs and patterns. In indigo stage, we need skills related to constructs and concepts. And in violet stage, we need skills related to awareness or presence. Continuing with our camera metaphor, psychological skills help bring aspects of reality into clearer focus. If we don't have the required psychological skills for a given stage, aspects of reality are more likely to confuse us, elude us, frighten us, irritate us, threaten us, or otherwise bother us. In other words, the more unclear an aspect of reality is, the more it can harm our well-being. When aspects of reality are in focus, navigating our lives becomes much easier. And when enough of our current stage is clear and in focus, it becomes possible for us to zoom out to the next stage. In review, if you are a camera, awareness is what is looking through your self-concept to see experience. Psychological skills are what help you gain clear focus on different parts of your experience. When things are in greater focus, well-being is easier to find and it is easier to zoom out to the next stage. Your current stage is how far you are zoomed out, or how much experience you can see directly. Unshakable well-being becomes your experience when you zoom all the way out and realize that you never were a camera, and that none of the things that make up your self-concept are really you. When we understand the role of the self-concept in our experiences and our awakening journey, we can more easily navigate the path. This insight helps us understand why we experience things we do and how we can move on to the later stages. With these insights in mind, hopefully, we'll be more motivated to build the necessary psychological skills and gain the clarity we need to continue zooming out, eventually zooming out past the self-concept and into the transcendent stages.